All right, guys, it's Damon back with Unique Boutique, and I'm here for another unboxing video. I came home today again, and there was a huge box on the front doorstep, so here we are to unbox it. So we got some cool stuff tonight. I took a break from the crystal videos for a couple of days and did some watch reviews. So if you're into watches at all, please click on our channel and take a look. I'm going to be posting some watch videos in between the crystal videos, so if you like it, please subscribe to that too. So this is all statement interesting pieces today. These are big pieces. This piece is like 4.5 pounds. So if you see me wiggling to hold it, it's just because it's awkward to hold under the camera. But anyhow, let's get started on this. So let me do this in the easy way. So this piece is quartz with rainbows in it and tourmaline, black tourmaline. And there is garden quartz in here as well. You can kind of see on the bottom here, there's some of that greenish from the garden quartz on there down in here. And then you have this like almost golden healer inside of here, if you see the gold in there. And then just these very large pieces of tourmaline, black tourmaline. There might be some golden rutile as well in here. This is just a very large piece full of stuff. I don't know where they found this, but they definitely must have found some really interesting stuff in the area as well. That's pretty cool. You got the rainbows in here. You can see one there. Not a ton of rainbows in here, but it doesn't really need them to stay interesting. I mean, really anywhere you look on this piece, there's something to look at. There might even be some silver deposit in here. It wouldn't be like a chunk of silver, but it would be like deposits of silver in here somewhere on the back side. If you really were looking at it up close in person, you could see some of that stuff. So really cool, nice piece. Again, this is 4.5 pounds. This is a large piece. Really cool for like a statement, putting it on a shelf or like in the middle of your collection. Unfortunately, it doesn't stand up this way. I wish it did. So it kind of has to sit on its side, but it doesn't matter. It's really cool. I'm gonna put this down here because it takes up a lot of room. Move on to the next one. So here, the next big piece, kind of off camera here. This is a piece of amethyst, but it's different because it's not the usual pieces of amethyst you see with the crystals this size. This was like very tiny, like grape-like clusters of amethyst. So they sparkle really nice, really beautiful piece. It's cut very well as well. It did a nice job cutting this piece. There's no real shape to it. It's just kind of like a free form. It does stand up in multiple ways. Stands up this way, stands up sideways. So you can do a lot of things with this. You can almost make it a bookend if you wanted to. It's a little more interesting than the usual amethyst bookends I've seen, the geodes you see cracked open. This is just really nice. It sparkles very, very well. Again, it's a large piece, probably weighs, I'd say, close to 3 pounds. So it's a good sized chunk of amethyst. And it's clear here all the way through. Around it goes here, and you got the purple down here. It's more of a pink color on this one than purple amethyst. You can see some of the purple coloration here and here on the large part, but the actual little teeny clusters they're more of a pink color. So interesting, unique, something you don't see every day. That was pretty cool. Put that down. And then we're going to go to this little guy here. This is getting smaller, still big. This one's weird. So I'm calling this smoky amethyst. It's not, I don't even think it's a thing. If it is, I take credit for it. This is purple amethyst, but it's a very light purple. It's more of again, it has a smoky look to it, like it was almost gray. But you can see the amethyst color coming through here and there. Really cool. Little pieces of maybe tourmaline or rutile on there, but little specks in there, black specks inside some of the crystals. Doesn't take away from it at all. Makes it look kind of cool, like it's peppered. And then this one's unique because when you turn it around, it didn't come out of the ground like this, obviously, but turn it around and you got a skull face. So this is a really cool piece to put definitely on a desk or a bookshelf. It could sit in multiple different ways, but obviously it stands up straight. That's the most common way to put it, because then you can see the face. Cool piece. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here for the next few pieces because they're a little smaller. But really good carving, really nice. Nice job with this. And it's, you know, again, this is definitely a conversation piece. You leave it on your whatever, your table, wherever you have it, like this, and somebody comes over and you're like, oh, hey, check this out, and turn it around. Now you got a skull. So, cool piece. Next one up, we have, this is black amethyst with a cut base. So I'm going to move these around a little bit so I don't keep banging stuff here. This is my favorite right here. This is my piece. So this is black amethyst. Don't see a lot of this. It's sparkly. It's actually really pretty. This might end up on the desk. If you see it in future videos, you know why. It just kind of sits properly. You put it down, and I think it's going to make a nice collection piece here. I got to get the sparkle right. I got to get the lighting right on it. But in person, it really shines. All these little clusters sparkle. I'm sure you can see it on the video. It's a very sparkly piece. And very different. You don't, like I said, you don't see a ton of black amethyst. It's right, tactile. Super pretty though. So next up here, I'll get this one out of the way. This is a quartz cluster. I actually zoom out of here a second here. It's a little big. This is a quartz cluster. This has a stand for it as well, which is pretty neat. Let me see if I can put the stand out here for you. See if I can let it sit up here properly. How many tries will this take? Okay, only 3. So let me zoom out because this is ridiculous. No, it doesn't zoom out anymore. All right, so anyhow, here's the stand, and here's the crystal. So it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but it sits up like that. It looks pretty cool. I like it. It's a nice piece to have, definitely, like on a bookshelf. Like I always say bookshelf, but this would be on like an actual bookshelf with books on it, not just stuff. But this is a nice crystal. It doesn't sit up too well by itself, so that's why the stand was made. Unfortunately, if it would have stood up perfectly straight, that would have been a really sick piece. But you have this, I guess they call it candlestick quartz. It makes sense. It looks like wax, but it's quartz. It's just not clear. It starts clear out right here, and then it gets like, I mean, this is really clear quartz up here. And then, of course, this piece is just, I mean, you can see my finger through it. It actually is a magnifying glass. So if you ever needed to see something, use it as a real reading magnifier. Look at that. You can see the pirate stuff there. So nice piece. Again, if you want something on a stand, this is it. I just happened to see it in the pile, and I'm like, yep, let's show that on the camera. So next, we have a ocean jasper and druzy tower. My wife loves ocean jasper. I've mentioned that in previous videos. This is no exception to her. She tries to find nice stuff for, you know, I mean, anybody can have ocean jasper, but she likes to find different stuff. This one's more about the greens, dark greens in here, but you got the little swirls and the little circles. This stands up perfectly. Nice tower. Got some druzy up here. A little shine on it in there. And then you got some open cracks down here with some actually black druzy. I'm not sure what the crystal inside there is, but it's black and it's shining really good. The whole inside of it's actually shining black crystals, so super neat. You got the little tiny hole there, and a couple on the back. So and the top one's clear up here. So yeah, ocean jasper, little tower, fun piece. I'm gonna save my best for last. It's everybody's, you know, taste in crystals is subjective. So this is off camera. This is a garden. It took me 5 tries to figure out how to say a garden rutile. I wanted to say golden rutile, and if you watched one of my previous videos, it took me 3 tries to say golden rutile. This is a garden rutile, so it's basically garden quartz that is rutilated. You know, it's got the pattern in there. Let me zoom in now that we're done with the huge pieces, because the next piece is gonna be really sweet. So nice quartz tower here. And you got the rutilation in here. Couple of rainbows. I see one here. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera from the lens's point of view, I guess, which would be your point of view. It's in there, but pretty unique piece. I don't think we've had much garden rutile come through here. Again, garden quartz is, I'm always talking about it. Here's my little buddy here, and then I got this little guy here. I'm always talking about garden quartz. I think it's such a cool thing. This one's, this is different. This is, the garden's in there, but it's not the same as the actual garden quartz. It's rutilated, so you get these strands of it in there, strands of it, I should say. But they're colored, it looks like leaves in there. It's like somebody dropped some leaves or some kind of debris in there. So really neat. Here's a rainbow here. I'm sure that I'll pick up right there. Rainbow, and it's kind of yellow, which is neat. Look at that. So, different piece here. One last piece before I go to my favorite. This is a freeform fluorite. It was there. I love fluorite. I'm going to do a video pretty soon on what's called cotton candy fluorite. I don't know if that's the term for it, but it's definitely going to be mine. It's going to be all different light colored pieces of fluorite. There's like a yellow, a light blue, light green. It's just anything that's light colored, pastel colors, I'm going to call cotton candy fluorite. So this is just a piece of fluorite. It's clear. You can see my fingers through it. But it's, it's just if you like fluorite and you want something to add to your collection, I mean, it's fluorite. It's not as cool as this, but it's still fluorite. So it's a freeform. There's actually a little speck in there. It'd be cool if those moved. It's possible. I haven't really looked at it that close. These do have these little black inclusions in there. Could be a multitude of different things, but you never know with stones. It could be some of them have oil in them, petroleum, all kinds of stuff. So, all right, let's move on to the last one here. So this is YGX fluorite with chlorite, pyrite, and quartz. So YGX is the mine for this fluorite. It's in China. It's a Chinese mine. I love cubic fluorite. It's something super special. Something about how nature creates something that's got flat surfaces. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like perfectly flat surfaces. I understand it's how the atoms and the molecules line up together and, form, but still, it's kind of mind-boggling how it does that. So, but this has some calcite on it too, I believe. But yeah, you have chlorite on here. You got some calcite. You have quartz. Here's another little piece of fluorite sitting in there too. Here's some actual quartz, like clusters, all stuck in here. There's another big one next to the fluorite chunk. And you also have a piece of pyrite. There's not a lot of it, but check it out. There's pyrite in here, which that really makes this piece super, super unique to me. Your mileage may vary, but here's a piece of pyrite in there. Look at that. There's a tiny little chip of it next to it. You just have little teeny pyrite cubes, which, in itself, pyrite cubes are cool. I think they're, it's a really neat way that nature does things. But to have miniature cubes attached to this chunk is just awesome. So this is my favorite piece so far. I'm not going to say it's museum quality, there's clear fluorite and, whatever. It's more defined out here for museum. But for a little collection, for somebody who likes fluorite and wants to start out with their collection, this is an amazing piece. This is not inexpensive at all. This is a couple $100. But for what you get, you could really look at this piece for a long time and just keep seeing new stuff on it, new little pieces that you didn't see before, new pyrite that you didn't see before. That one just popped up out of nowhere to me. It's just a really interesting piece. I'm sure there's other things on here that I'm not. There's some blue in here. That could be, I don't know about tanzanite, but it could. Who knows? There's all kinds of stuff in here. It could be some tourmaline in here. It's just a beautiful piece. So, all right, guys, I just want to share this with you tonight. Again, we're going to have more videos coming out. If you like this video, we're trying to release content daily. If you follow the channel, you see, other than maybe 2 days in the past few weeks, we've released content daily. So we're really trying hard to do that. Please like and subscribe so you can keep up with what we're doing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or you can go to our website, uniqueboutique.com. Catch us on the live chat. I answer that. So if you go on the live chat there, you'll get me directly. It goes to my phone. And we're also on Facebook. So if you go to our, in the description, you'll see our link to Facebook. You can catch us on Facebook Messenger. And yeah, if you have any questions, you want to buy one of these pieces, definitely let us know. We'd love to help you out. Thanks, guys.